Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. A student may come from a dysfunctional home, but at the Boys and Girls Club, he can find a sense of normalcy. Bill Locker joins us, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Camarillo. So good to see you, Bill.
Great to see you again. Thanks for having me.
I'm sure you have so many success stories, that you've seen, these kids that they could end up in jail, but they're at the Boys and Girls Club after school doing their homework.
One of our biggest success stories is one of the winningest community college coaches in the country at Fresno City College. Came to the Boys and Girls Club, was lost out on the streets, was juvenile delinquent, started playing basketball there, found basketball, and now he is one of the winningest basketball coaches in community college at that level.
So there it is, just one of many,
Yes.
Because they have the Boys and Girls Clubs across the country. And it's hard to believe that for $5 a month, is that really true?
Yes, as I say, it's no way to run a business, but what it is, a good way to do is to have a place for kids to be safe and comfortable and secure. And the main thing we do is we make sure they get their homework done. So every kid who comes in, they sit down at a table. We've got tables in our auditorium lined up. There's 400 kids there a day, so it's a lot of tables lined up. And they all sit down and they get their homework done. And I have staff and tutors and people that are trained educators that help them if they're having any problems. But we make sure that it gets done and we make sure it gets done well. And then when they go home to their parents, that piece of is taken off the table. So it opens up that environment to maybe have a good dinner together, or the kids go to their sporting events or whatever needs to be done there. But you get that piece out of the way, so it takes a little pressure off the parents as well.
Sure, because tutoring can be expensive by the hour, can't it?
Very expensive, exactly.
And aside from that, you've got other programs. Once they get their homework finished, there's other things, activities.
Well, then we have art programs. We have a choir, which is actually conducted by a gentleman named Daniel Lessler, who is getting his doctorate at USC. We've got our bicycle repair program, where we teach kids how to fix and repair bicycles, so they get that hands-on activity. And with that, if they do 10 classes, then they earn a bicycle, and they get to keep that. So.
Yeah, one wouldn't think, they always think the city of Camarillo is sort of an affluent community. You wouldn't think you'd have 400 students in there. Some have mental health issues.
We certainly get a lot of kids that are ADD, ADHD, autism spectrum, and then we have kids that have been abused and neglected. 80% of the families that come to the club are low or very low income, and about 30% of the families are from single-family homes. So they have a lot of those issues that come from a low socioeconomic environment, but the key and the solution to poverty is education, and that's why we do that big focus on making sure the homework's done, making sure that they're getting good grades. We have a reading program, so our kids, last year 82% of our kids improved at least one grade level, some many more than that, but we're focusing on that reading piece, because if you have that dialed down, then that really can help you be more successful in school.
What would you say to the viewers watching this? What do you need from them at this time?
What we always need is, I told you, we're only charging $5 a month for the program. So we get our support from the community, from businesses in the community that donate back, and they support that organization because they know that by those kids having a safe place, that they're not out on the streets, they're not latchkey going back home to an empty room, they're at a place where they're supervised, they've got peers that are influencing them positively, but they've also got our staff who are influencing them positively.
And it gives them a routine, doesn't it? After school they have this, they're not getting in trouble.
It gives that stability. The impetus for all of that is I was a single parent for 5 years, and I created that system with my boys. Is they
I
come
wish
home.
We had more time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Bill Locker, thank you for joining us here on Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw.